Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is our October monthly budget. If you can believe that it's already October. We are a family of 4 living in Michigan. There's myself and my husband Noah and our 2 sons. And here is our budget. So the first thing we have in our income section is a carryover. This is any cash that we may have on hand or anything that was left over in our main checking account. And that amount was $649.44. I am making this video on October 1st, so I know for a fact that that is how much we had left over. Next up is my husband Noah. He is salary and he gets paid twice a month. I have his specific amount blocked out for privacy. Next up is me, and I am planning on working this month. I work for myself. I do DoorDash, Instacart, things like that. I can work as much as I want, but because I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm pretty tired at the end of the day, and it just depends. If my husband works late, I don't really get a chance to go out that much. But I do have a goal amount for this month that I plan to at least make this much, and it is a very doable number. It's not very much, but anything helps. Next up is our other section. This is just money we may get from selling things or anything really. This is usually $0, but we have it set at $75. My husband mows the neighbor's lawn, and we know that we're going to be paid for this, and we know how much, so this is how much he's going to be getting. Actually, if you hear anything, if you hear a mower going, he's actually mowing it again right now, so that number will actually go up. But our expected income for this month is $4,544.84. Moving along to the bill section, the first thing we have is our mortgage, and that is at $513.04, and this includes everything in the payment, all of the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And if you've seen, it did go up last month. It used to be for something, but we were a little short on some of our taxes, and then our home insurance did go up, so that was a bummer. So this is our new payment amount. Next up is gas and electric, and that was at $158.49 this month. Water and trash is not due until December, so we have nothing for that. Next up we have Cricket, and this is our cell phones, and it is $70. It used to only be $35, but now my husband also has a plan with Cricket, so $70. Next up is our internet, and that is at $44.99 this month. Moving right along, we have a buffer that we need to save. That's $525. This is pretty much just to cover the mortgage. This is the amount of money I would like to have in the bank account at the end of the month, at least this amount, so that I know our mortgage can be pulled out no problem. Next up is dates and fun. This is for any eating out or things we do as a family, and I have that at $175 a month this month. We are planning on going to, pumpkin patches and maybe some zoos and just getting out a little bit before it gets super cold. Next up we have is gas for our car and our van, and I have that at $2.50. Gas where I live did shoot up about 60 cents here in the last few days. So I'm hoping this is enough. We shall see. For groceries this month, we are planning on $400. I don't think we're going to Costco this month. There's just not too much that I see that I would like on sale, and there's not really anything that we need in the house from there. Maybe a couple things, but it's not really worth going all the way over there, I don't think. But who knows, maybe I don't know. My husband always wants to go to Costco, so we'll see what happens. And then I do have just a few things I would like to get from Sam's. Next up we have his household, and I have that at $60. We need to get I just remembered right before I made this video, started making this video, that we need to get a new furnace filter. So it might be kind of tight because it's pretty expensive. I think it's like over $20 for this thing, but we should be good. So $60 for household. Next up we have is miscellaneous. This is for anything that doesn't fit into any of these other categories, and there's always something miscellaneous that pops up every single month, so I have $90 for that. Next up is Hulu, and that is at 99 cents. We are putting some extra to the mortgage, and that is $269.74. This is just everything that was left over after I did the budget, so we're putting all the extra pennies towards the mortgage. Next up is our emergency fund, and I'm putting $600 in it this month. I did take out, it was $380 I pulled last month. I had to get a new phone. We went to Arizona, and I don't know, we're thinking like the x-ray machine messed it up because it was just not working. Now it won't turn on and it won't work at all. So I did have to get a new phone, and that was almost $400. So I did pull some money from the emergency fund for that because we just didn't have the money in our budget to spend on it, and I didn't want to have a balance on a credit card. So I do have a credit card that has no interest still for, I don't know, almost a year. But I just didn't want to go into debt, and we are paying that card off this month. You'll see down below. So $600 in the emergency fund. Next up is our sinking funds. We have all of these sinking funds here in one Capital One savings account, and I just keep track on an app. It's called my Piggy Bank Tracker. I really like it. And then I was keeping track on a spreadsheet, but I just moved to the app. I really like it. It's just much easier. So for the car insurance, we're putting $60 in. We pay this twice a year in January and July. Next up is car repairs, and we're putting $80 in this month. For our Christmas sinking fund, we are putting in $200. For the clothing fund for my son Jonah and my son Logan, we're not putting anything. I've gone through the clothes that I have, and I don't really need anything right now. And then the money that they have in their accounts right now is fine. Like my son Logan needs a pair of shoes. Yeah, I don't really think they need much. So we didn't need to put anything in this month. My husband Noah's getting $25 into his clothing fund, and then I'm getting $25 as well. For the gift fund, we're putting in $25. We don't really have any birthdays or anything coming up this month or next month, but my birthday and my mom's birthday is in December, so we need to have some money in there for some gifts. Next up, we have home maintenance, and we're putting $100 in there. We do have a few things that we're going to be working on, some electrical stuff and just stuff. So we want to start putting a little bit more money in here to get some savings for those things that we have planned. Next up is the kids fund. This is for any diapers, wipes, or anything else that they may need that is not clothing. And we're putting in $80. For the medical fund, this is just for co-pays, deductibles, random bills that get sent to your house that you forgot about or whatever. And we're putting $25 in this month. Next up is our picture sinking fund. I do plan on getting family Christmas pictures, so that will be exciting. This money's been sitting here for a long time. We have almost $200 in this fund. It's just been sitting there doing nothing. My kids are just so crazy that they wouldn't really sit still for a picture if we tried, so I've been waiting for them to get just a little bit older to take the pictures. So we're not putting anything in because it's already fully funded and ready to go. Next up is our subscription and memberships sinking fund, and that is getting $40, and that is for things that you see here: Amazon, Costco. We have a couple Google storages, we have a Zoom membership, and then we also have a Sam's Club membership as well. So we're putting $40 in that account to help cover that stuff when it comes up. Next up is vacation, and we're putting $50 in this month. Next up is my taxes. This is money that I take out after I do all of my deductions for Instacart, DoorDash, whatever I'm doing. So I have to save $35 this month. Next up is my husband Noah. He has his own Capital One checking account, and he gets $100 of spending money. And then I have my own account, and I get $60. And then we have a city card that we used to pay for. We did renovations in our backyard. We got a new fence and a bunch of stuff, and we are putting $482.59 on this card, and that will completely pay that off. So that'll be good to get that out of the way. And that's it, you guys. This is our October monthly budget, and it is a zero-based budget, which is why I love this EveryDollar budgeting app. A zero-based budget just means that all of our income minus all of our savings and debts and bills and expenses and everything equals zero, so that you know where every single penny is going, which is the way that I like to budget. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying my videos. It really supports my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.